Okay, folks, welcome to episode 7 of the Sim series. I'm here today at Broken Tree, which is the longest course I've played so far, about 7,200 yards. I'm in my Sunday red at the first hole, long par 5, about 592 yards. Got to keep this one in play. I can't go driver because it comes into play about 250, 260 out if I'm not able to cut it. And I'm not confident enough with this driver to know that I'm not going to hit it straight and know that I'm going to cut it. So I hit a 260 yard, which is an absolutely flushed 5-wood. And here I'm just trying to get this next shot close to the green. I'm still 330 or so out. Hit a solid 5-wood there. I stay clear of the bunkers, but I am in the rough. Another 260 yard shot. This is 520 yards and 2 swings with this 5-wood is something to build off of. That's huge for me. So leave myself with about 70 yards left. Just got to open up the pitching wedge. I really want to run it up. Ideally, I want to land it just short. You'll see that little baby swing, but I'm okay taking my medicine there, letting it run past to my typical 11,002nd birdie putt or even par putt down the hill from 30 feet. So got to hit this one around the hole. Let's see if I could use any of the lessons I've learned over the past 7. This is, episode 7. And I'm able to cozy it up there about 2.5 feet. That's a par. I'll walk away with a par at that hole any day of the week, I promise you. On to hole 2, par 3. There's approximately 500,000 bunkers up near the green. Look at some of them short. I don't understand. You're still going to have 80 yards in, and you've got this bunker that's positioned way short. But, hey, if you were to position one 65 yards left and in the trees, that would be a great place for a bunker for me, because that's apparently the type of player I am. Tried to wear my Sunday red to rally my swing, and thus far I'm fighting it a little bit. I have no idea where I'm at. I basically just have to hit a low 5-wood, hope it rolls through and gets lucky and is around the green. And so I basically ground one, but I hit it hard enough that it bounds over everything, and I end up going green side. Into that bunker, I shrug because I'm very okay with that. Now I just got to flare open that P wedge, make sure it lands near the hole, or I guess lands way short of the hole, ends up near the hole. I've got an okay amount of green to work with here. I want to land it just on the green based on this visual. And I'm worried I hit a little bit too hard, and I did. But luckily, the green is rolling towards me, not away from me. So I'm able to get that inside of the gimme circle, and I stay at and I move up to +1, but no worse than a bogey there. Really happy with my last 3 shots on that hole. I guess 2 if you don't count the gimme. Onto a hole where you can really capitalize if you make 2 good swings at the ball. 499 yard par 5, third hole. I really try to draw it, but I don't start it off far enough right. And that's been an issue with my game, is either not trusting the draw enough to aim far enough right to start it out, knowing that it will draw. And I'm also, it's that, and I also pull it sometimes when I draw it, just trying to bring my arms over. I come right over the top, and that's not the mechanism that I should be thinking about. So unfortunately, that's going to result in a water ball. That's going to result in a drop. I'm laying 3 here. I've got 279 left. I've really got no shot at the green. I'm going to kind of aim out a little bit this way to see what I have into the fairway, to leave myself with a position to try to get up and down for par. Take my medicine a little bit here because I've got no other option. I can't hit a hero shot, a big slice on this one, unfortunately. So just take a P wedge or a 9-iron, put it over these trees. I'm a little worried that I pull this, but I'm okay with where that is. That's mission accomplished there. 146 yards on that shot. 133 left. Keep that. I guess I already had a P wedge in hand, so keep that P wedge. Got a chance to make a par if you can make a good swing going at that peanut-shaped green. Hit a really nice one that I'm trying to stay on, but I had the distance, dump it in the bunker. That's a really narrow green. I didn't start it off out wide enough, but you'll see I have less than 9 yards left, so I've really just got to pop this into the air, and I know I hit it too hard immediately, but I don't know what else I'm supposed to do. So now I've got to make this comebacker for a bogey from the fringe from 12 feet. So things aren't exactly looking up for me at this point in the round. I'm, starting to maybe let some dark thoughts creep in. I can't really see the line of my putt. I'm just hoping to get lucky. And thank goodness I make a bogey there. The dark thoughts won't creep in for another hole yet. I can handle a bogey. at a par 5, which I've been making too many of at these sims, but I can't handle a double bogey. So glad I'm able to keep that to 1 stroke. Now, here's a par 4, 435. I make the mistake of going with the driver and flush one because that water really comes into play up there. And now I'm worried, is this going to sit? Is this going to sit? Is this going to sit? Is it going to sit? And it's not. I mean, I absolutely flushed it. But it's my own doing, not knowing the course. And you see how intense that face is. I'm trying to go set that penalty area, going to set that drop. Got to drop it a little bit further back of that water, but I still have a clear shot. Again, trying to get up and down for par, at worst bogey. The bogey train with how I'm hitting it. I mean, there's so much water, there's so much sand. This is really by far the toughest course I've played. 150 yards, it appears, 159 actually. So I might be going with the sawed-off 7-iron, which I think that's what I'm doing. You see I choked down a little bit with this. I'm just going to take a nice little easy swing, a little sawed-off. It's very feel-based at the end of that. So I'm hoping that I just took way too much off of that. It hits the rough and it stops. And I've got to chip it for my 4. The dark thoughts are there. They're really there. I got to save this round somehow, and I've got to save it now. And this is a straightforward chip. I don't really need to put much air on it. I just got to run it up there. And it's really good. It's tracking, and it bounces off the pin and out. I can't believe it. It was rolling like a putt. And it stays out of the hole. Another bogey, but that's my best chip thus far. It was an awesome chip, so I can take that away. But 300 yards, the 5th hole, I'm 3 over now. Got to make a move here soon. I've got to hit a good drive here, and it's up the hill. I double cross it again. I'm so worried about where this is going to end up. And it takes a bounce off the trees and backwards again. So I am boxed out. I've got to just hope to get lucky here. I don't know if this is going to ricochet off trees. I have no room to basically land it anywhere but the very front of the green, and I've got an elevation to deal with. Long story short, I don't really have much of a shot here. I'm hitting and hoping. And so I flared it. I almost caught maybe some of the hosel there, because I was trying to guide and control that one too much. And now I've got another up and down opportunity, but this time for a par, thank goodness. But another delicate shot from the rough here. Hit it a little bit too hard. Tried to get it to stop, but there's no stopping these things. There's no backspin that I can create with these beginner clubs, especially not with a pitching wedge that I have to open up from a bunker. You never want to hit a pitching wedge from the bunker. So I do have 12 feet left for par. I can save it improbably once again, but I just crush it. I hit it right through the break, and I barely stay inside of that gimme zone. So another bogey. The bogey train is a rolling. I've got a par 5, though, to try to make it up. It's a hard, heavy dogleg to the left, and I'm thinking I got to make a move, and I got to make one now. So here I am off the tee just thinking, take a good swing, hit it straight, or have a cut on it. And I just keep doing this. I can't believe that I keep doing this. I'm so frustrated at myself, but it goes 290, and I technically cut the corner, and now I've got a lane to the green that's 230. So I'm frustrated, but I actually made the hole shorter for myself with a good angle. So maybe this is where you want to be. But now I'm thinking, okay, got to go make a birdie. Got to go force the issue. And I love this. I'm worried it's fading a little bit, but I did start it out far enough left. Here it comes, bounces off the hill, and it comes down off the fairway, off the fringe, onto the green, and here we come. Will it get to the hole? Will it be a gimme? It will be a gimme. That's an eagle. Are you kidding me? The big bird, the flapping of the wings, the flap of the wings. I'm worried about showing off because there's people looking at me, but look at that. My first eagle on the sim. Off I go with momentum to the par 3. I've got a chance at this thing. I think this is one of my best. That was my best hole thus far, and now I've got some momentum. But then I just totally, this is the theme when I try to saw this club off, is I get way too much wood on it, and then I'm not able to cut it because I'm going all arms. So quickly, the wind is out of my sails. I've got to regroup. That's a wake-up call. Regroup, refocus after that swing. another one where it's just foliage blocking the entire line of sight. I go really high, and I flop it exactly how I want to, but it's going to be just barely outside that circle of friendship. And I do have a short putt in here, so this is one that is pretty straight, one where I shouldn't give up the hole. Pretty right at it, maybe a little bit to the left to right or right to left is what I'm thinking. And what I end up doing is jamming it in the right side of the hole. It even moved a little bit to the right at the end, but I'm still +2. I'm I wouldn't say I'm rolling along, but I am ham and egging it, as a scramble partner would say, down the line. Bad drive, good second shot. Bad drive, good second shot. That's what I'm doing. I lost the tee here. And you'll see I lose the tee for the rest of the round. So now I don't really know what to do. I've got to grab a backup tee. And for the last 2 holes, and I think maybe for the back 9 as well, I have to use this grotesque, way too tall backup tee that doesn't really register all that well. You have to push it down. Again, the trials and tribulations of sim golf are many and multiple. So just deal with me here. I've got to thank God I'm able to get it to sit, but this is an inopportune time for a tee that I'm not used to, because it's 482 yards, and now I'm worried it's never going to register, and thank goodness it does. I just want to make good contact here, and I haven't been hitting this driver anywhere how I want to today, but this one I thought would cut, it just doesn't, and it's another bad one that gets denied by Dikembe Mutombo, and I'm going to have 1,000,000 yards left. So I'm really tempted here to go DOD, 281. I got a straight shot. I got to force the issue, and that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm going DOD. Despite this hill in front of me, what am I thinking? Which that's exactly what happens. I hit the hill. I thought I topped it when I was playing, and I didn't realize that bunker was there. So that's a really stupid decision on my part. I've got my third shot from 180 yards. This is a really hard 7-iron that I've got to hit now for my third, and it's nowhere I want to be. I'm 180 yards out in a bunker. I got to hit my big fade with the 7-iron. Hope it registers on the sim. Regroup. Try to make another miracle par. Hit this one close. I hit it really nice. With the club twirl, I think this is tracking through the air. Tracking, and that's really, really good. I gave myself a chance for another miracle par. Less than 12 feet. Back towards the hole. That's one of my shots of the day. Obviously, it's not the eagle, but it's a great shot. I've got a pretty flat shot, pretty flat putt towards the hole. So I just got to get it in for par, and my round's still alive. And I just left it outside. I couldn't give up the hole there. Left edge was probably the right read, maybe even left half if I had had the pace. But I am still 3 over, and I'm playing like I should be probably, 8 over. So I can't be all that upset. But another par 3, that's 211. I've really got to hit my patented high cut. And so it's just a pull. I keep doing this with this club, but I'm able to get away with it here. That was a really nice shot with this. Look at it come up the fringe. Will it come down? Come down, come down, come down, come down, come down, come down. Same as the eagle hole. Get towards that flag. I can't believe how close that got. And I'm here inside of 15 feet. That's one of the shots of the day. Again, I've gotten 2 big time. I mean, a lot of it is, a good break, but I'm putting myself in that position with that club despite pulling it once and pushing it a little bit the other time. But anyway, here I am, an improbable birdie, but it's a pretty poorly read putt, but good pace. I'm at +3 improbably so. I got to keep it rolling on this back 9, and we'll see you next time. As you can see, I'm okay with that. Thanks, folks.